We just learned that PlayStation has increased its prices for the PS5, so Court and I are going to talk about what this could mean for the Xbox. Let's get into it right now. Court! PlayStation costs a lot of money, doesn't it?
So they did it during the PlayStation 3/4. If you remember, at the beginning of the PlayStation 4 generation, they did it. Now, Xbox didn't at the time. Now, they also raised the price. I believe it was $10. Remember, games used to be $59.99.
I do remember that
$79.99.
Yes, it hurts in Canada.
And Xbox did follow suit. Now, someone sent me a Bloomberg article, or Financial Post, that says that this was retail driven, which still doesn't make sense because PlayStation's going to be selling what they're selling. But hey, I'm going to read more into that article. But yes, PlayStation is raising the price of their consoles by $50.
Yeah, so in Canada right now, PlayStation 5 with the Blu-ray disc drive, the big fatty, is $64.99 for the new price. It was previously $629.99 before. The digital version is $519, and before it was $499. And $499 is just such a sweeter number.
Yes, and as you and I both know, that the fatty that with tax came to about $777. Now, here's where
that hurts, and you don't get a game. That hurts.
So here's my take on it. Manufacturing costs have gone through the roof globally. The cost of employees, the cost of trucks, like everything that goes into getting that product here, the cost of the plastic shell that's on the console itself, the chip cost, those have all gone up. So raising the price makes sense. For me to not do it in the United States, but literally do it everywhere else, is an FU, because as someone who works for an American company myself, the costs in the US have all gone up as well.
So why do you think that they're not doing it in the US and everywhere else? Just to get a bigger return?
What social media and the people in the know are saying right now is because the competition for the Xbox is strong right now in the United States. And they don't want to lose any leverage or any
market share
currently in the United States. For me, they're using, and then PlayStation is using the dollar and saying that the dollar is stronger in the United States. For me, I have to tend to believe that they're doing it so they don't lose market share in the United States to Xbox. That's the only thing I can see, because I know that costs have gone up across globally. You could have made this less. You could have made this less of $50 across the globe and made it like $40 if you did it in the US as well.
They're already making a profit. It just feels like it's just unnecessary. I agree that the prices of everything gone up, so there is that. But even if I think that if you just even took that into account, you're still profiting off of these machines. Now, well, maybe I'm wrong, because isn't historically like consoles are a revenue loser because they make it up for in all the software. So
historically, yes,
maybe, but it's just an odd move when you're like everywhere except for United States. I don't know.
Yeah, that was where I looked at it, because I was like, okay, yeah, of course. Like, it's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. Here in Canada for the PlayStation, though,
that's expensive, man.
Retailers, for some reason, are bundling it. Now, I'm being told by the retailers, I've spoken to a couple, that it is not them. It's Sony. Now, other people are telling me, no, it's the retailers. But it's so weird that the Xboxes aren't bundled, yet the PlayStations are bundled. So if you went to go buy like from the Source or Best Buy or Walmart, you can't buy a PlayStation 5 right now unless you want to take a controller. And with Walmart, you have to take a controller charger as well.
And that's up to the retailer.
That's $1,000.
Yeah, that's a retail bundle.
$1,000 to buy a PlayStation 5.
Because that SKU is not done by PlayStation. That is done by Walmart to say we are doing.
Yes, but it's very weird that the Xbox isn't bundled and hasn't been, and the PlayStation is only. Now, when I bought my PlayStation 5 from the Source, it comes in a box. It's not like you go there and they say, here's the controller that's part of the bundle. It's this giant box that everything is in.
Oh, it's everything. They don't just hand you the extra one. Okay.
No, well, see, that's the thing that that's why
maybe it is Sony.
That's why I asked the question. So then I had a friend who bought one from Walmart. Now, if you buy one from the Source, you get the blue.
Yeah.
You get the blue controller. If you buy one from Walmart, you get the red controller. If you buy one from GameStop, you get like the pink, or you get a different. It's weird that you get a different color from different retailers. You get a different color based on whether it's the digital version or the disc version. And my friend who bought it from Best Buy, when he bought the bundle as well, because it's the only way to buy it, it came in one box from the same place. Now the label, like it doesn't say Sony on it. It has this weird name on it. But all these boxes that are bundled all come from the same place.
Then maybe Sony worked out a deal, like if it's in Canada, for example, work out a deal with a distributor to say, here it is, and that distributor is like, okay, and we've added in 8 more SKUs because they all give you, and then they go shipped out to all the retailers. So yeah, Walmart hands out the blue controllers. It's a bad move though when you're not just selling them individually, because enough people are walking around going, can I just get the console? No, you need to drop another $100 on top because it comes with a controller. I don't want it.
And you sell it. Controller. It comes with the charging station too.
Oh Jesus, yeah, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. And then Xbox is sitting here going, I'm looking at Best Buy right now. It's a 1 terabyte Series X is $599. Available in stock, and the Series S is $379. It's just hard to argue. Now, to the point of like this episode too, will Xbox, do you think, follow suit with the rise of inflation and everything else? Do you think that they will turn around and say, sorry, it's going to cost an extra $30 for our consoles? Or do you think Xbox kind of continues the trend of playing nice with consumers? Because they are very consumer friendly this generation.
They are. I am noticing Xboxes in the wild. So like my local Walmart has 3 consoles there now. I'm seeing them in the wild more and more likely. If you're Xbox and you're Microsoft and you have, Scrooge McDuck money, like let's be real here, Microsoft has more money than Sony. You're not in business to lose money. No one is. Market share and sell Game Pass is what Xbox is all about.
True.
If you're going to do a price increase,
I
would do one in January and wait.
I was going to say,
I would in fact lower the price on the Xbox Series S by $50.
I'll add to that. I'll raise you and say you do that, and then you turn around and you increase the cost of the subscription.
I think they're going to do that anyways in the new year.
I know.
But if you're looking at the fall season coming in, and Xbox has no exclusive, and
no new console on the way,
and Sony's about to drop The Last of Us next week, and then
God of War.
A couple weeks later, they're going to have God of War. If you want to sell Game Pass subscriptions and get everybody into the zeitgeist, and Sony just did a price increase across globally, except in the United States. If you wanted to gain market share, you could be like, okay, yes, manufacturing costs, we need to do one. We should probably do one as well. And if you look back to when it happened in the PS3, PS4 era, I believe Microsoft did not raise the price on the Xbox One. But also, I think we've talked about this before. They had a hard time selling that console. But they did match on when all the games went up by $10. So if you wanted to have a competitive advantage here, and especially because you don't have that first party game that's dropping, don't raise your price on the X. So now the X in Canada, it was already more expensive to buy the PlayStation 5 than the Xbox Series X. It was $629, the Xbox was $599, correct?
Yeah, right now it's the new PlayStation with the drive, so apples to apples, is now $649 Canadian for the PS5. It is $599. Yeah. So it is a full $50 more and change plus taxes. So
lower the price on the S.
Yeah.
Sell a boatload of them at Christmas. Keep the price of the X at the same price, because if you're losing money on it, I believe if Sony's doing it, then they're losing money.
Because you could sell that S Court for it's $379 for the S. You could sell that thing for like $329, $350. You could do $350 and with the bundle where they chuck in Game Pass subscription and a
give
controller.
Everybody be like this. If you buy an Xbox right now, everybody gets 3 months of Game Pass.
Yeah.
And say that's what we're doing. That's our deal at the holiday season. We're not raising any prices. You get 3 months of Game Pass.
Also, if you did that right around the Christmas, like Black Friday through the holidays, then you turn around with, you got new users all the way through Christmas. And then if you're Microsoft and you want to make up for that loss, you're going to get renewed subscriptions for Game Pass out of that, but you could also increase your subscription. I don't want it to go up, but I just feel it's inevitable. And kind of like,
I believe it's inevitable as well when the whole Activision thing goes through, but
yeah,
I think that could be the play they could do. Don't raise your price right now. And if you are, don't do it to the new year. But as of right now, you could be the lowest price of the holiday season and advertise it and be like, we're not just the lowest price. We're going to give you Game Pass for 3 months.
And it makes it look way more attractive than, I mean, even in the grand scheme, you're thinking of moms and dads walking in the holidays, right? For Johnny getting it at Christmas and he's 13 and it's getting the console. Yeah, there's the exclusives on PlayStation, yes, and they're amazing. But the library, the plethora, I mean, they have the new PlayStation Plus model. That could be attractive to a lot of players. I'm just trying to look at it too, going, you know what? For like $100 plus, and in Canada with, like you said, those bundles, talking $200 more on the PlayStation side. It's almost near $1,000 to get into a PlayStation ecosystem at Christmas when I could spend $350, $400, and I've got all the games in the catalog and everything. Like I've got Halo and Gears and Forza, and I've just boom, 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 boom. It's the old model of, yeah, I gotta buy my console. And like I'm thinking of my PlayStation 3. I walked into GameStop and bought that thing, and it was, what the heck was that price? It was like 600. I remember it being like 700 something, and I did
not buy one. I went Xbox 360 that generation just because of that price.
And I did PlayStation, and it was 700 and change, and I'm staring at like 2 games that I didn't want. I needed games, right? So it didn't have that. You still then have to build your catalog, and I'm just trying to think of the more casual person who's going,
it's not even that. For your holiday season, you're getting a lot of the grandmas and grandpas buying. It's right now you can't get a PlayStation in the store. You can still get an Xbox in the store.
Yeah.
So PlayStation's only buying online. Second of all, they're making you buy the bundles. So if I'm PlayStation, I would cancel the bundles or tell retailers you can't do it in bundles just because the cost would just, that $50 that gets it to that $1,000 range for a PlayStation 5 with a controller and that charger thing. That's $1,000. It's a lot of money because it was almost there, and it's your eye. When it's a $900, you're like, nah. But when it hits 1,000, you're like, whoa, 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 whoa,
Yep.
whoa, whoa. It's just like when when the retailers put stuff at 99 cents or $1.99, it makes you think it's cheaper than it is.
Because they're standing in the cash and they're going, okay, here's the console. And then they're going to say, I need The Last of Us Part 1 and I need Gran Turismo and one more game, right? And that checkout number is going to come in over $1,000.
And so rough. Like for people going that holiday season, the better deal will be the Xbox. And knowing what's coming and knowing to be like, hey, dude, because hopefully by the end of the year, they can be like, and Call of Duty's on Game Pass. Just think about what's about to happen. They're about to have Call of Duty on Game Pass. They're about to have all these games on Game Pass. So they're about to be able to drop that and be like, oh, by the way, it's all on Game Pass.
They need that big push then for Activision. They need to say, here is 5 Call of Duties on Game Pass, and they're available end of September, October, right around the season when Call of Duty traditionally launches, and we're not going to get one this year. So
yeah, because they announced today there's going to be an open beta in September on Xbox for Call of Duty.
So look at that then. If you're going to get an open beta in September, then maybe the week after the beta, 2 weeks after, you say, and here's a nice Call of Duty collection to tie you over.
That's once the deal's confirmed, but yes.
And then get that out there.
It's common. So that's why I think Xbox could be smart and strategically and not. And even if they are going to raise it, don't do it yet. Wait. Because you can raise it when you announce when you announce that the Activision Blizzard thing is done and everything is coming to Game Pass, then you can be like, we're bringing in these 100 games.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, because of that, we're going to have to raise the price, but that's fine. People can eat that. You're giving them all the Call of Duties. You now know all the Activision Blizzard games like Diablo, Call of Duty, Overwatch. They're all on Xbox on Game Pass. Okay. All right. You raise the price of the service. Is what it is.
It's way too much value there. And I'm not seeing it on PlayStation, and I have it, and so do you. I'm just not. I'm excited to get like The Last of Us Part 1.
Yeah.
I'm just not getting
that. That's not day and date. So that's the other thing that Xbox has going for it, right? Xbox has got the day and date. But The Last of Us Part 1 remake is you have to pay for that. That is not day and date on the service.
Yeah, I know.
They do have some great games on that service. I still don't understand the classic games. I have the full boat service right now, but I don't think I'll need it in the future.
I skipped it, and I haven't blinked. I'm still turning on my Xbox. I haven't had the need I need the big first party game. That's what I'm waiting for, right? For PlayStation to turn it on. And it is what it is for me. But let us know in the comments your thoughts on PlayStation increasing its prices. And do you think that Xbox will follow soon? If you guys enjoy the episode, hit the like button. It helps us out a lot. And we will see you on the next episode.